Alright, hello, hello, hello. Go ahead and grab in Helu. Helu will be joining us again today.
Hello.
Hey, hi, Aming.
How's stuff?
Doing alright, doing okay.
Cool.
So let me tell you all what's going on today. So today we're gonna return to Link to the Past Randomizer. I thought that last time would be the last time, but turns out that something interesting happened.
Oh?
So for Link to the Past Randomizer, you're saying, oh, like you don't know. You're saying, oh, like you don't know what's going on.
Do I know?
Yes, you do know.
Okay.
So there's a function with Link to the Past Randomizer on the website where you can actually set everything up yourself. You can basically set up like a preset like randomization, which isn't really random, but you can basically like make like it's like a DM kind of thing, right? Like D&D. Like somebody else can set up your scenario for you. So Helu went out of his way to actually set up a randomization for me that he designed himself. So we're going to play that today, and we're going to check that out. We're going to see. And it's going to be funny, and it's going to be interesting, because, I mean, like, if I don't like what's going on, I can say, Helu! So it's going to be fun and interesting. Let's go. Load it up. Find it. Get it. Windows, stop loading. You have nothing to load. The cruddiest OS in the history of OS. What were they thinking?
I'm sorry, is this,
Yeah, it's AVGN criticizing OSs. You know.
Oh?
That one episode where AVGN just went on a rant against Windows. Alright, friggin'... I don't even know. Let's go fucking, like, Ristar. Rest in peace. Your memory shall live on forever. So Helu actually did a random randomization as far as, like, the character spray is concerned, and it landed on Soldier. So this soldier is going to usurp the king and go against his wishes, because this soldier knows what's best. He has seen the horrors of this world. And by golly gosh, we're gonna set things right. Flippers out of the gate.
Yeah.
That's an interesting first one.
I mean, all things considered, having to limit yourself to a certain item at the beginning is a very weird choice, because what you get is either going to open nothing or it's going to open a few things.
True. Very true.
And I decided I wanted this to kind of go as open as it can possibly be without it feeling too crazy.
But you didn't check the open option. That makes it to where you don't even have to do like this beginning section at first. You tried, Helu, you tried.
I completely did not see this option.
It's a really interesting option.
I'm gonna need you to, like, kind of walk me through exactly, like, what the different options are, I suppose, in some time.
There's a lot of stuff there. It's really, really cool. So how in-depth did you really, like, go? Did you really do, like, every chest in the game and, like, specifically, like...
No. Major items I moved to specific spots. Things like heart containers are still scattered around and stuff, so not like semi-major stuff, but major equipment and things are specifically placed. If that makes sense.
So heart container is going to be still in the same spot?
No, they're random.
Okay.
But...
Oh, so you did a randomization, but you made sure like some spare items were like in certain places.
Yeah.
Okay. Maximum, my arrow inventory has been increased. Yay. I will make great use of it. All of these wonderful arrows that I can make use of. I'll just throw them at the guards. It'll be great.
Where did I put... Ah, okay. Yeah, I've got like a slight sheet of where things are at the moment, like on my screen.
So you can actually remember like where things are, and you can actually point us in the right direction if something goes wrong.
You gotta understand there's like over 100 different places for things to appear. I think it's something close to 200.
Yeah, I can imagine so. That's why I was wondering just how much you'd done, because I know that there's like a million... Shovel? Shovel?
I don't remember why that's there. Maybe it's a chain thing? I may have done something...
I will attack them with the shovel. You know, it's actually kind of sad that you can't use the shovel as a weapon. You totally could use the shovel as a weapon.
That would actually be a very effective weapon.
In fact, it would probably be better than your sword. Your sword is probably like rusted. It's like a freaking like farmhand sword. Shovel is a
something
true
to
weapon.
consider for a moment is that if you shovel a person with a helmet on, if you smack the helmet, that's gonna ring. That's gonna hurt.
Really disorienting.
Plus, the natural weight of the head of a shovel landing on your head is not gonna benefit you in any way.
Come along, Zelda. You don't know who I am, but just trust me. I will lead you to safety. The other guards are like, Bob! Bob, what are you doing?
Right, no one suspects a thing.
I wish that they could actually like design it so that instead of the guards like going after you in this first section, they would just like look at you and just like wave. Until you had the princess, and then they would start chasing you. Would have been freaking great.
In the upper area, it makes sense for you to maybe be around there, because there's like little green guys with knives just wandering around. Those are absent underground.
Really? Interesting to note. I suppose the blue guys are considered like elites.
And I mean, there are green guys with swords, but green guys with knives do not exist down there.
You do have quick swap on. Good on you, Helu.
Yeah,
I was going to be very irate. I was going to be very, very irate. I can't remember if this is
the one where I made the menus faster as well, or if it's just...
I actually barely noticed that. So I'm not even going to mind if that's not, like, the option that you think it is. Because I've tried setting it to instant, I've tried setting it to, like, normal. I barely notice the difference. Like, maybe I just go through menus so fast. Or maybe it's just...
Oh no, it's just the transition from the menu dropping down, not like there's a change in the menu itself.
Oh, I thought it was like text speed. That's what I was thinking it was. Avast, snakes! Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Damn it, Indy. Gosh, is that the... I mean, we have got to name this god something. What's his name gonna be? Like, it can't just be Bob, right?
I really like Bob. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Fair enough.
The Legend of Bob. It doesn't quite have the same ring, but we'll work with it. This isn't your average legend. This is the Legend of Bob. When was the last time you saw a guard actually usurp against their commander? Never.
Actually, that's a very, very good point.
So it was a random hero from the countryside. Well, you know what? The hero's coming from inside this time. I can't stand it. I can't stand the work hours. I can't stand the commander. Can't stand Aghanim.
The kidnapping was an inside job.
We have exactly one bomb to be able to use on this. Was that purposeful?
I did not place bombs.
I forget how I got that bomb just now. Might have just been an enemy drop. You fuck?
What?
Helu, why?
So, something to note is that this is a Triforce run, and Triforce pieces are in very specific locations.
Oh, I just noticed that. You got 9. Cool. 9?
9.
9. Oh, each one broken into 3?
Basically.
Ah, interesting.
I mean, something to note is the original Zelda had 8 pieces, but that was mainly because they were 8 broken pieces of the Triforce of, I think it was Wisdom.
Shield, nice. It's okay, Corgi. If people have work or they have school, then it's totally fine to miss out on streams.
We're not going to hold you hostage here. This is not an obligation kind of stream or anything.
It is 100% voluntary and just for fun and when you can catch it. And if you can't catch it, then feel free to just watch like archives or highlights. It's all good in the hood, my man. Don't touch me! I'm one of you! We have heard of your traitorous ways, Bob. No, you haven't. It's a lie. I'm just doing my job.
Turns out that his commanding officer is the guy that set this whole thing up. He just really didn't like Bob. He didn't expect him to get out.
Instead of facing Ganon, you just face like a really large guard at the end of the game. Will we have to visit the Dark World, do you think?
There will be things that you need in the Dark World, yes.
Gotcha. Good to know.
Now, considering I made this yesterday, I can't remember exactly where everything that I placed is, if you know what I mean.
Totally fine. I mean, like, it's 200 chests. You probably barely remember your methodology for some of it. Why did I put that there? Why did I put the flute inside the first dungeon? See, alright, so...
See, something occurs to me is that I'm pretty sure that I didn't put 10 bombs there. Like, I am sure that I would have put something meaningful there. You know?
Oh, inside of the pond?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Either way, I suppose that is bombs that you've got, and they do come in useful.
Yeah, bombs are great.
I mean, you're going the complete opposite way from 2 bomb spots.
Yes, but I have the shovel, so I figure I might as well use the shovel.
This is true. Okay.
And we've got 100 rupees now, so we can visit the guy in the town.
Fun.
The cheapskate bastard. What the hell is he? He sells, what, a bottle for 100 rupees? 100 rupees!
He's a bottle merchant, that's all he sells.
For 100 rupees, what a
It's made of glass, and it's very, very, very well shaped. It can hold 2, count them, 2 helpings of milk.
Cape, interesting. So we can actually access... What's that?
Did I give you the old one? I must have.
Do you have another one that you want to give me right now?
I mean, that is a question that I'm asking myself. Right, do me a favor. Can you find the library?
Sure, we're right here. Tunic. Blue tunic.
Huh. Okay, so that's the same. Why is this different then? Oh, I have the wrong one open.
It's a good try. It's a good try.
I would like to say I didn't put everything there, like, out the gate, if you know what I mean. Like, you're not going to walk in and suddenly have access to everywhere ever.
I'm not gonna find, like, the running boots and the magic pearl and freaking all in the same place. The bow.
Actually, the bow is in a pretty nice place, I think.
So kind, Helu.
I mean, considering that you need the bow for the Eastern Palace, yeah. I can't really not give you the bow.
You gotta be more dastardly as a DM. You gotta make people suffer.
Why would I do that, though?
Because that's the funnest part about being a DM.
Listen, if you want me to hold back all the weaponry until the last fucking dungeon, then tell me. I will make that happen. You'll have to go through the entire game with bombs.
It would be a challenge. It would be a very, very interesting challenge. I wonder how... Can you do swordless with Link to the Past? I know that swordless is a very popular thing to do with the NES Legend of Zelda. But I've never really heard about swordless for Link to the Past.
I assume swordless can be done. I mean, I could basically disable all of the progressive sword equipment that would normally be there and replace them with, like, 1 rupee each.
Oh, you're so kind, Hilo. Oh, I never got this. I never got this in any of the randomizations.
Never got what?
The frickin' boots. Non-debatable. I don't know about best streamer, yo. I'm doing the best I can. I'm learning what I can, but there's a lot of people that are really, really good at streaming. I watched some of them.
How about the best streamer subjectively?
Sure. That works. Swiper, no swiping. I think I'm better than a few. I've been kind of, like, looking around recently at, like, other streams, and occasionally you just find a person who has, like, 30 viewers, and you're like, how the fuck do people like you? Like, just barely talking, he's got face cam on, but he's not really doing anything with it. It's like, your stream is bad. Bad. But hey, I suppose just don't throw stones in glass houses.
I mean, I guess so.
I've had bad streams, but still, I've got standards, man. I delete streams if they do badly. What? Shadow Rupee. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, Rupors exist.
What are Rupors?
Negative.
Did that?
Yes.
Halo!
What was that you were saying earlier?
I'm surprised! So you're the type of DM to give and take. Are Rupors in the original game?
I don't believe so.
Interesting. It's a Link to the Past randomized only item.
Yep.
It's only going to work once.
I mean, it's only going to work once if you can see the rupee. There's your hint saying they exist. If it's in a chest, you don't know it's in a chest.
I can get a mimic chest? That's amazing! Is there anything else that is specific to Link to the Past Randomized?
As far as I'm aware, the progressive items are specific. Like, you would normally have swords in a specific area based on the type of sword they are. So you can only get the Master Sword at the pedestal. You can only get the Tempered Sword from the blacksmith. That kind of thing. The progressive sword is sequential. There are 4 of them. You get your first one, and you have a standard sword. And they scale up over time as you get more of them.
We're Bob! This is the guard. He's supering against the land. Alright, so the story goes that our ROM here, our randomization, is actually created by Helu. And Helu chose a random character for the selection out of the randomizations you can get out of Link to the Past Randomized. And it happened to be this guard. So we're gonna be this guard for the rest of the game, and it will be the Legend of Bob, and it shall be glorious!
Aye.
And at the end, he shall be shining in incandescent glory!
It's just a box print? Yeah, it's cardboard armor.
I hope I'm a guard someday. I want to work long hours.
Stand out in the rain. Rust the armor a bit. Gosh, maybe that's why the armor of the people standing out in the rain is yellow in the beginning, but then you never see them again. They've actually had time to properly polish them.
It's a very interesting place for this. This is a mirror shield?
No, that's a fire shield.
Fire shield, interesting.
Yeah, it's the direct upgrade to the standard shield.
Alright,
Again, progressive items exist. That is one of them. So if you already had the fire shield, that would have been the mirror shield.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Oh hey, I actually had the boots for once.
Oh right, yeah. You basically start off the game with, like, you know, if you explore a bit, the first sort of
That
tier
is
of
awesome! Wait until you see what just happened.
You turned blue.
I turned into a blue guard!
You've been promoted, Bob.
You'll do well, Bob. Make your country proud.
You'll be a red knight soon. Keep it up.
Oh my god, I would love to see him in red armor.
Wow.
Well, like
I love that the people have done this. This is something that they have went out of their way to actually program into the sprite. That's great.
Well,
That is fantastic.
Each sprite will have, like, people know what they're doing when it comes to, like, the changes. So every tunic will change the sprite, and going to the Dark World will always cause something. What is going to happen when we go to the Dark World?
Ooh, I wonder. Right. Oh, right, yeah. As far as the Moon Pearl is concerned, there is a chance you can miss it. If you don't go out of your way to get it, that is.
Damn, I came up here specifically to get that stone, but we gotta make it slide. We gotta get some of the middens first. Alright, first things first, I'm going to be nice to everybody, including myself, and actually heal up.
Wait, is the slow beep on? I assume it did put slow beep on, right?
Yeah, it's a tiny bit slower. Still annoying, though. I personally turn it off completely for my ROMs. For my randomizations. Just because, that heart beep is maybe one of the worst things created in the history of mankind. Like, it should beep like 3 times and that's it. I'm aware. I'm aware that I'm dying. Thank you. we can't get to that specific item until the guys are done, and they don't get done until we go to the Dark World and come back. So we can't access that specific item. Will it be worth it? Let me check. Red rupee. I probably already figured that out. Short memory.
That's something that happened in the last time, actually. Also, I'm not sure how to set that one. I'm not sure what one it's listed as.
Oh, where to go? I think that most of the overworld stuff is pretty much... Well, we can go see what's at the Ice Palace. I will tell everybody, after this, I will hopefully not return to this again. I was thinking that last time was going to be the last actual time. Because I do love this, but it also does start to get a little bit samey. Just playing Link to the Past.
I can imagine so, yeah.
And going to the same locations and getting the same items after a while. I'll tell y'all, I had a little bit of an experiment last night. I tried to play Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
Oh?
My history, of course, with Binding of Isaac is that I've tried it a couple times and really not liked it. I saw that Vinny had a description mod installed that actually tells you the descriptions of items, which I thought would, like, change my opinion slightly now that I know what stuff does before I pick it up. Which is one of my biggest problems with roguelikes, is I don't actually like that kind of thing. No, I still hate it.
I mean, I don't blame you, honestly.
It's
There was a point where I defended that thing, like, fucking loyally, but no, I can honestly kind of look at my past self and say, no, dude, you're a complete shithead. It's bad.
Like, I think one of the biggest issues I have is that starting out with that game is so boring before you unlock stuff, and when you still have the normal bubble weapon, and you're hoping for, like, something good.
Anything that will increase its damage, maybe. Or at least its range. Something that will make it useful.
Make its function different. I also don't like the controls, I figured out. Like, the fact that it's a twin-stick shooter, that actually was very, very bizarre to actually realize. Coming back to it, like, I remembered there just being, like, an attack button. No, like, the face button's all, like, fire as a twin stick kind of game. And you can choose between the analog stick, the right analog stick, or the face buttons being what you fire with. And that's... I don't know, don't like it. Alright, so I gotta remember for Saharashala, we can actually come back to him once we have the, I do love sausage as a name. Joel Vinesauce actually called the Old Man Sausage, and it's a great name.
It's absolutely perfect.
Because every name in this is, like, overly fantastic. Like, it's one of those bad fantasy names, where everything is overly complicated.
My name is Atreus!
Aghanim. I've seen so many people mispronounce Aghanim's name.
Agonheim!
That's pretty easy boss key that you got there, Hilo.
I did not place that there. Maybe that's the problem, is I didn't place it. Wait. Oh, I placed them all, like, for other dungeons, though. Apparently.
Okay. First dungeon is the only one I've ever gotten to on stream, but we'll do the other dungeons. I'd imagine that we'll actually be able to do the second dungeon today. Helu mostly designed this. Your design intent was, in fact, to make it actually doable for us to actually complete a randomization for once.
Yeah.
Which I can very much get behind, because we have had some major issues getting some of the other randomizations to really cooperate with us. Because of misinformation, me not knowing stuff, and just not knowing, like, all of the chest locations.
One thing that we did have happen was the the ROM that was generated in such a way that certain things would generate into each other and thus possibly make things not work.
Yeah, we were somewhat sure that we had a completely, like, uncompletable ROM at one point. Somewhat sure, anyway. I still think there's a good chance that thing might have been completable. It just we didn't know, like, some certain locations for chests or some certain ways of how to proceed.
So, like, something that we didn't check was the mini Moldorm cave. Or at least we didn't check it properly. Like, there were 4 chests, but the bandit that's in there gives something as well.
God. Alright, so note to self, gotta find the lantern.
Oh, the lantern is definitely reachable.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just one thing. Is it in the dungeon itself?
No.
Gotcha. Lantern is definitely reachable.
Yep.
Okay,
I need you to think about the places that you have been and haven't been.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know of at least one place where we can go that will have a ton of stuff. Oh, what am I doing? Always forgetting that I have fast travel already. It's funny. With the randomizer ROMs, this is like the only type of thing that I have like a freeze every now and then. Never crashes, just every now and then it'll have a little freeze. Not what I meant to do. Grab a bomb, grab a bomb, grab a bomb.
Huh, what did I put in here?
I hope you put something in here. I say that, I know there's gonna be something in here, but it's surprising to me that you wouldn't have, like, made sure that whatever is in here was useful. This is like one of the first areas that I think of, just because it has so many chests in it. Oh, I forgot about going into blinds. Jeez.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
right,
almost forgetting. We also found out in between streams that this guy actually gives you something. Wasn't useful this time.
I saw this on the list and I was like, was this before I discovered that? It must have been, because I'm pretty sure that I realized that today. Yeah, that was sent to you today. I made this thing yesterday.
Do you have the original game, Izuru? That is a big, big thing. Because the only difference between the two games, from what I hear... I do hear that the Switch version of Tropical Freeze actually has, like, way better load times. Like 5 seconds instead of 30 seconds from the Wii U version of the game. Which is actually a really, really big quality of life improvement. But other than that, I think, like, what is there, like a new world? The only major differences are the load times and Funky Kong. Who, I mean, if you're good at the game, you're not going to really find that much use out of anyway. So if you own the original game, I've just seen so many people like, no, it's not really worth it, especially with full price, okay? Let's just be very, very clear here. Nintendo coming out with that port a generation later and then setting Tropical Freeze at like, what, $60 or $70? What is it? For full price, when a lot of people already own that game. And it was on the eShop for a while for like $20 or $30 until they took it off of the eShop.
What?
Yup. They are really spawning some goodwill, ain't they?
What the hell were they thinking?
Money. They were thinking money. Gotta remember fast travel. God damn it. And honestly, okay, so just personal opinion here. Donkey Kong Country, the new games and the old games feel horrible to control. I have never, ever liked the way that Donkey Kong Country games control. They control like so heavily, and I often see people like make mistakes, even if like they grew up with the games, with just the way that the controls work. It's
like something I've noticed with it is that while hopping on multiple enemies in a row is required at some points, it speeds you up as you do.
Yeah.
That's not something that's easy to control in the first place, let alone in sequence. But no, we gotta add another level of difficulty to this. We gotta make it speed up. Maximum speed.
That was great, boys. But yeah, for the most part, the argument hinges on, do you have the original? You can be mostly just happy with the original, unless you really, really loved... This was where you put it, wow.
Yep.
Unless you really, really loved Donkey Kong games, and that Donkey Kong, and you're a huge fan of the series, and you're like, I gotta have... Because I gotta admit, hearing that the load times are reduced quite a bit for the Switch port, that alone would make a lot of games, like, really, really enticing for me. Like, if they came out with another version of Bloodborne that just reduces, like, the load times, it would be like, oh yeah, that might actually just be worth buying it for all on its own. Granted, they actually did reduce the Bloodborne load times with a patch somewhere down the line. I'm sorry, man, I gotta do this! Don't be a hero, I gotta be a hero!
Oh, the guy just, like, stopped chasing you at one point.
He's gone. I'm never gonna see my friend again. I'm never gonna drink with him. Bob, what are you doing? Dumbass Bob. Oh, why'd you have to go and be a hero? You say that, A-Zero. Nintendo is very, very stingy when it comes to sales. But that is a good idea. At least Nintendo themselves. Like, obviously, you can mostly find sales from, like, other game shops. Especially getting stuff, like, used. Probably the best way to buy Nintendo games.
I would really, really, really like to see Blizzard sales, but I can't find them anywhere.
Blizzard sales?
Blizzard. You know, World of Warcraft, Overwatch.
I mean, I've seen Overwatch discounted. Just straight up.
No, I mean, but, like, just in general, like, the amount of sales that they've made.
Oh. You brought that up out of nowhere. But yeah.
I mean, I heard the word sales in Nintendo, and immediately my thought was just directed there. Maybe it was not relevant, but it was... There was a link, I guess.
A link between worlds.
I am now very sad, because it was not me who thought of this.
But yeah, as for sales for Blizzard games, Hearthstone probably makes the millions.
Mm.
I mean, I watch streamers that will throw down like $500 for like a new expansion.
Holy shit.
You know, just to have like every card like day one so that they can do like all sorts of different like combinations just like that day. Like, streamers are definitely like not the norm, but I can imagine a lot of normal users also doing that. Because, yeah, in order to get a full expansion for Hearthstone, or just one expansion, when there are many expansions in you know, the standard format, they will throw down hundreds of dollars.
That's gotta be, man. You gotta go absolutely, completely broke to have a chance at anything these days.
Oh,
Not allowed a wallet.
Hearthstone is just a money fucking monster.
Yeah.
And Overwatch probably does really, really well for them as well. Lots and lots of people that dig the cosmetics and they want to get the cosmetics faster. And get all of the cosmetics, considering that they have all the seasonal stuff.
Hmm.
Which is even worse for, like, Skinner box-like mechanics.
Why would this even be a thing? Hey, here's a bunch of stuff that you can only get if you're really lucky at this particular time.
It's just a thing that people know works really well for seasonal events for, like, free-to-play games. And Blizzard noticed that and did the same thing.
Except it's not free to play.
Yep. They double-dipped. I mean, that's just games nowadays, man. You gotta avoid monetization.
Doesn't justify anything.
You gotta avoid.
I'm allowed to be mad.
You gotta avoid monetization schemes like every 2 steps.
So, yeah, you know you have the big key, right?
Yeah.
Like this. Okay. I'm just wondering because this is like the 3rd time you've passed this room and you've not opened that.
I got it. You're like 5 seconds past.
I mean, yeah, but...
By the way, you made me very rich, Hilo.
Like I said, I didn't place anything that was not necessarily, like, required. So if this stuff has just kind of placed itself in a way that has made you rich, that wasn't me, that was just... That was the randomization.
Oh god. Stun locked. These guys take forever if you don't... I do have the bow. I'm being lazy right now. I'm gonna be honest. Just being lazy and not bringing out the bow when I very much do have the bow.
I made sure that it was available and everything, and you're not using it, you son of a bitch!
Alright, we'll use the bow, I guess. Fuck! Oh god.
Bob, you are a shit shot.
Yeah, that was some bad marksmanship on my part.
There's a reason that he was raised to use a sword.
We didn't get Bob arrows after a while. It was just kind of useless.
We changed the door to the armory because he kept trying to get a bow. I can do this, you guys, just watch!
I just thought about another element of Bob's backstory.
Uh-oh.
He was a loyal soldier until they killed his dad. Now he's out for revenge.
This is a terrifying plot twist. Wait, wasn't the guy supposed to be Link's uncle? Ah, never mind. But then who was his dad?
You'll see that
I mean,
at the end of the game.
In Ocarina of Time, they at least explained that the Hylian parents of Link kind of dropped him off there.
Oh yeah?
But, I mean, they didn't live, but they kind of dropped him off at the Kakiri Forest or something. I don't know. He did have Hylian parents is the implication, anyway. This, nothing. Just, yeah, you have an uncle. His name was Bob the 32nd or something. We stopped counting then.
Glove? Nice. Actually,
yep.
That's a pretty good one. Not gonna lie, that's actually how very DM-like.
I mean, something to bear in mind is you're going to need that glove for the next one, and rather than sit that in the dungeon that you get it normally, because that would make sense, and can very easily be, you know, subsided by not beating this boss if you really don't want to, I decided to stick it here. Again, one of those things that kind of forces you to have to do the dungeons.
Alright, what's Bob's reading animation gonna be? I am deep in thought. I pray to you, my lord. Grant me this one favor. This one time.
Wow.
I want to be a hero for once, not a villain.
Hang on a minute, dude.
Huh?
What kind of sword do you have?
Normal sword?
I'm gonna cry.
What?
Do you remember what I said about Sahasrahla?
Uh-huh.
About something in his building. Namely Sahasrahla.
But you did. I don't have the pen. Oh, I do have the pendant. I could have gotten the thing from it. Like, that's too easy, Hilo.
It is.
I don't want to sword upgrade this early. Not supposed to get a sword upgrade until like the Dark World.
But.
But being overpowered is great.
Listen. You're not. The entire thing with the last couple is that things were just not progressing quickly. And when progress was being made, it was after like 20 minutes of searching for what was going to help make progress.
I'm okay with not making progress. I'm just playing to have fun, man. If I don't get all the Triforce pieces, that's fine.
Fair enough.
I don't even know why I'm grabbing this. Alright, what you got to say for yourself, Sausage? Things can be knocked down if you fancy yourself a dashing dude. Thank you, Sausage. Words of wisdom to live by. If you fancy yourself a dashing dude, you can do many things. I don't have much self-confidence, Sausage. Find some! It will be important for completing your quest in style.
Yeah, this guy still hasn't got any pieces of the Triforce, so there is absolutely no courage in this guy's veins.
What do I want to see at E3?
Vex 2.
Sunshine 2. If we're just asking for like
Sunshine 2 Solar Eclipse.
just the funniest things. Just being desperate for like GameCube sequels. Please, Nintendo. All we want is Chibi Robo.
What?
There are a lot of fans of Chibi Robo. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do this again. Mistakes.
Oh no.
Mistakes were made.
No.
I would love to see like more about Witchfire. That's a game that was revealed at last
Witchfire
E3.
looks great.
But we don't really like know much about it other than the developer. It's a shooter, and it looks cool. It's just the general like
cool.
setting. The graphics are what we know, but that's about it. Gosh, I don't know. What you gotta understand is that most of the time, the games that I really, really love are indie games. So, like, all the games that I'm really looking forward to, I already know, and I'm just waiting for the indie devs to actually get done with them. Like, the game that I'm most looking forward to right now is Brave Earth Prologue, which is a Castlevania-like kind of game from the developer of I Wanna Be the Guy.
Oh! That bit I either didn't know or completely forgot.
And Freedom Planet 2. I'm looking forward to Freedom Planet 2. Last E3, actually, there are some good indie dev reveals. Last E3 had some really good indie reveals, like Tunic. The game where you play as a fox, and it looks like Link to the Past, but 3D and low poly. Last E3 had some...
The Luigi Ghost Mansion sequel, without it being like the 3DS one.
Oh, they've got that stupid fucking port coming out for the 3DS. Nintendo, why?
This is not what we wanted, Nintendo.
I mean, everybody has the argument that, like, 3DSs are still, like, very heavily in circulation, and they're still going to be coming out with games for it, because there's, like, 60 million owners of a 3DS, apparently.
There's what?
Yeah. Look up the sales numbers for 3DSs that are out in the wild, and you'll understand why they're still coming out with games for it.
Games for it. Read. Shit. I'm sorry.
It's kind of okay. I love hate for the 3DS. I can applaud it. Because good golly gosh, if I don't friggin' hate the 3DS, and it's a low-ass resolution at this point. You just had to have the last laugh, didn't you?
Huh?
Damn it. Talking to Tiles.
Oh.
They make for good talking companions. Hi. Very interesting conversations, don't you know?
I speak to the floor.
I speak for the floor, and the floor says you are an asshole. That is all. Go back to your tea and crumpets.
Wow. What? Okay, I've got to be completely honest with you. I don't actually like crumpets, despite, you know, the whole, like,
British thing.
Yeah.
We have a big key that we gotta find. Yeah, a Luigi's Mansion sequel, a true blue sequel on the Switch would be really, really cool. They might even be making it. Luigi's Mansion has actually done, like, really, really well for them, I think. In terms of between, like, the 3DS version, now a port to the 3DS, and they also have an arcade game that's Luigi's Mansion themed. That a lot of people know. Pikmin 4! Oh, Pikmin... You know what? That is almost certainly going to be there, because they've actually talked about that before.
But what if it's Pikmin 4, the party game?
They already did that. I mean, they already fucked up, because they put out the Pikmin game that's a platformer on the 3DS. If they fuck up again, then that's going to be extraordinary. Interesting. There's one chest here that I'm missing. Bottom right, maybe?
You have the compass, does it show it?
It's never really showed stuff like that on a compass.
I mean, you are missing stuff to the right on the bottom floor, yeah. Oh, wait, this is the dungeon with the room with the cannonballs that lag the shit out of everything.
As is customary for the Super Nintendo. Lagging the hell out. Where's a key to get into this door? That's what I was looking for, really. Where could we get a key from?
Oh, you know what it was?
What?
I'm pretty sure that one of the rooms in the last area that you just kind of walked through was supposed to have a key in it. I mean, I can't be entirely certain on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Which room?
The big, long, vertical one that has torches that you need to light.
Oh, oh, I did it very out of order. Oh, God.
A bunch of BMOs. In fairness, this is me giving you the glove early. Because otherwise you'd get it from the big chest there, and, you know, that would be...
Oh god, they are never making Earthbound. Okay, so the original guy that was behind Earthbound is no longer, like, a part of it. He says that he's completely and totally fine with, like, Nintendo doing whatever, and even the fans doing whatever. But Nintendo has their own ideas, and Nintendo knows that Earthbound sold horribly in every single incarnation. So Nintendo, despite fan outcry, has no interest as a business in seeing anything of that. And I think you'll find that when it comes to Nintendo and directors, that it's really the directors of the games that decide, like, what gets made.
And I'm gonna be fair, as much love as I have for Earthbound, I couldn't play it. I would not be one of the people that thought, I'm going to buy this, and, you know, actually play it.
Oh yeah?
Which is...
Just
it's
changed
just
opinions
so
over time.
confusing. Like, I've seen gameplay of it, and while I applaud its ability to be, you know, what it is, I absolutely cannot see myself playing it for the life of me. It's like, absolutely good idea, great execution, but not something I actually want to play. That makes sense?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, it's not a turn-based RPG, so I have no interest in it myself.
Wait, so this room doesn't have a key?
Found it.
I thought this had a key. Oh, where was it?
Under a pot.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Metroid Prime 4 is something that we can see more of. Smash, we will know all the details for, considering that they're going to have it playable at E3. Which, you know... Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
I didn't hear about that, but now I'm hyped. When's E3?
June. Sometime in June.
Oh, I have a month to wait.
Yeah. E3 is pretty damn exciting, so...
Kill me.
I mean... It's always frustrating for me to see, like, convention demos. Like, I hate convention-only demos, like, with a passion at this point. Even the indie devs do it! Kyan, the guy that's making Brave Earth Prologue, the I Wanna Be the Guy dev, there's a fucking convention-only demo for Brave Earth Prologue!
Why?
I can't go to a convention, man! I don't have the travel or the fucking money, and it's like, I want to play your game, and I would love to play the demo. Just release the demo online. Even the indie devs don't do it. Do it, whatever you want to look at it as. Alright, so we've got the big key now, right? That's what that just was?
Yep.
Cool. Isn't there a chest that I want to open before we go to?
There is, and it is something that you will at some point need.
Where is it again? Oh, here
If
it
it's
is.
not to the room above you, then it's the one to the right of it.
Medallion, interesting.
Yeah.
Not terribly needed, but nice.
I mean, there is a point in the game where you need 2 of the 3 medallions. Because you got to get one of the medallions to get into Misery Maya, and you got to use another one to get into Turtle Rock.
So, do you know where all the 9 Triforce locations are?
I do, and even if I didn't, I've got this list, so...
Nice. Rabbits for Smash. We're gonna be... Okay, so let's just be really, really clear here. Kingdom Battle, or whatever the hell, Mario and Rabbids with Kingdom Battle, that game sold amazingly, and it reviewed amazingly. And you know what? It might even actually be an amazing game, because I was actually thinking that if I had a Switch, I might actually be interested in buying it. There's gonna be more Rabbids games after that. There's very much gonna be more Rabbids games. Maybe even from Nintendo, maybe even a sequel to that game. They are gonna hop on that. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle was a breakout surprise-ass hit. And people were starving for games on the Switch at the time when it came out.
Maybe that was the plan all along.
Get
Starve
people to
them so
like
that anything
Rabbids
will
by...
look good.
It's a decent strategy.
It somehow worked.
But yeah, that game is well built and really nice, and I can appreciate it. Oh god, alright, never mind. Master Sword, let's go.
Yeah, you absolutely have to hit the heads of these things.
I'm aware of how this goes. Just, getting my footing, really.
Someone is absolutely going to pick Rabbids at Smash if that happens, and if they do, it won't be because, oh boy, I love Rabbids, it's, oh, I'm curious as to how Rabbids will function in this game.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, either it's gonna be a Rayman in the next Switch Smash game, or it's gonna be a Rabbid. Because there's no way that they have, like, Kingdom Battle do so well, and Sakurai not go, maybe I'll throw Ubisoft a solid. And as I've talked about before, that will be the first time that a non-Japanese company character will be in Smash. Which is amazing to realize. They have only had Japanese company characters in Smash.
So yeah, basically you just got your tier 2 glove, because I couldn't think of anything else that would be at all required by this point for the tower.
Very nice, very nice. So Ubisoft is basically considered like a French company. They started that way anyway.
Hmm.
Rayman fits so well in Smash. It's kind of crazy to me that there hasn't already been a Smash that had Rayman in it. It just makes so much sense. Like, it makes way more sense than all the other dumb shit that people will come up with. Geno, Goku.
You know what, though? I do have one question. What would his up B be?
Oh, Rayman's up B? Maybe just fist up in the air, just like, it would be basically like Big Mac's Lil Mac. Lil Mac is his name.
Big Mac, yes.
I mean, he's got a bigger version.
Ronald McDonald for Smash.
I wonder if you could set it up so that it's like an Ed, and Eddie like fetch quest for Link to the Past Randomizer. Like you get one item and then I wonder if you could set it up so that it's like an Ed and Eddie fetch quest. Where like you find one item and then you go to where the next item is, but you needed the that item to get that item. And then you go to the third item, and you need a third item to get the fourth item.
Oh gosh.
Going the wrong way. Alright, what's in the fence area? 300 rupees. I don't need money at this point.
I mean, it is about to suck 500 from you, so...
I am extremely wealthy. My kids are set for college. Believe me.
Bob is confirmed to have kids in the future.
He wins. We know this. It is inevitable. Bob will triumph.
You seem very panicky about the water, considering the fact that I gave you the flippers as your first item.
It's just slow.
Oh, 10 arrows? Really? That's what I put there? I'm ashamed. It wasn't even a plus 10 to your maximum, it was just 10 arrows they just spat at you.
To be fair, 10 arrows is in fact a meme in the randomizer community. Because it's always hilarious seeing them. It's 10 arrows. Both Vinny and Pro Jared had extremely funny 10 arrow moments. Rabbids in Smash. It's gonna happen. Although, the nice thing is that usually whenever Nintendo has like a third-party character, they choose like the main character of that franchise. Mega Man, Pac-Man, they didn't have Zero, they didn't have Bass, they had Mega Man. And Zero, despite being a huge thing, is not a part of the game.
Like, even Marvel vs. Capcom had Zero, but didn't have Mega Man. Mega Man's code was in there, but they didn't complete it.
So, main characters only being a thing, we can assume that Rayman will be the one to show up if anybody shows up. Which is nice. Which is really nice to realize.
Even Metal Gear had, like, Snake. It didn't have, like, Psycho Mantis.
I think the second most popular character to put in would be, what's his name? Ryujin? Ryo? Fucking...
I don't know.
What's the guy that nobody likes to play as? He appeared in the second game, and now he's a badass in the Platinum games, like fighter.
I couldn't tell you.
Metal Gear Rising.
Something to note is that I didn't play much in the way of Metal Gear. Like, I played most of, like, 5 minutes of 2, 3, and then something else in this compilation disc on the 360.
Same! Like, scarily the same. Like, the exact same experience. Another medallion. Oh, right. Oh, damn
Did
it,
you forget that that's where that went?
Yes, I did. Oh, the walk of shame. Oh, we can expect to see more of whatever From Software's next game is, the makers of Dark Souls, because they've already shown
Have
off.
they confirmed that they're on something?
Yeah, they had a teaser trailer that came out that showed like almost nothing. It showed like a bloody rope wrapped around like a creaking frickin' like pillar.
Oh, fun.
And-
So this is going to be, what, some kind of find and kill the yokai game?
Other people have said that it's a reference to a past game that they made even before Dark Souls. So,
What was that, Demon Souls?
No, even before that, like
Oh.
Shadow Tower, back on the PS2.
Oh,
So, From Software's new game we can expect to be shown off. There's a lot of stuff that we basically know is just going to be shown off.
Hmm.
Like, companies have already teased stuff, and we basically know, like, the timelines for most things. The only thing that will be a surprise will be, the indies. Because surprisingly, I mean, like, the last time the E3 happened, we had, like, indies that I'd never heard of, from teams I'd never heard of, just popping out of the woodwork. That were really, really fascinating to look at. One of them that just barely came out was Fi on the Xbox. I was trying to remember how to get to Sausage for a second.
he's in the Eastern Palace area, so...
Yeah, and I know. I was just trying to figure out, like, the actual, like, geography of going there.
You have a map.
Maps are for squares. And Bob is no square.
Everything in here is pixelated. That's about as square as you get.
Thanks for the Master Sword Sausage. Much appreciated.
Link turns up at his hut and he just gets a nice pair of shoes. Like, I thought you were the other guy.
It's like, I gave the sword to the hero. I thought that was you. What are you doing, Sausage? How am I going to be the hero now? Well, I suppose we're going to have to wait for the Bob to be the hero. So pull up a chair and sit with me. We'll have some coffee while we wait.
People have coffee in Hyrule now, confirmed. It's good coffee, too.
I mean, they did the real shit. They grinded their own coffee beans and everything, so yeah.
Genuine Lost Woods coffee.
Branding.
Thing is, though, it's from the Lost Woods, so it has like a really dodgy looking label.
Why is that there? Why is that there, Nintendo?
It's a very good question.
It was a very, very long fall that Bob took just now. Long
Why? Why would you?
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Just casually committing suicide. Yes. Very good idea. Said actually kind of a lot of people, and that's actually very distressing. I'm gonna stop speaking now.
Good job.
I actually feel very, very bad now.
Don't worry about it. Wonder if this is even the right way to go. It's a way, and I'll take it to the end to see where it goes. How about that? We'll explore like it's the first time. Actually, I think this is just going backwards. Possibly? Yeah, hey old guy. How's it going? Where are you off to? There's nothing back there. I know! You know, you could have just gone right. I know! Well, have fun. I won't! I've got dangerous cabbages raining down from above to crush my skull. What about this is fun to you, old man? Well, it's fun to me.
Eat your greens.
Keeps you young and limber. Or die trying. Alright. The alternate form is... pig.
Pig?
Makes sense. Oh yeah, that is what the guards turn into once you go into the Dark World. Yeah. Just completely logical change. I forget how this section actually goes for the most part.
Well, you've completely skipped where you meant to go. Okay, so there's a reason that I made the mirror as completely unmissable as I did.
Oh, that's right. You're supposed to get the mirror, and then you're supposed to get to the top of that rock, so you can go like up to the mountain.
See, something I noticed is that the guy that gives you the mirror is that guy from the cave, but he only does that if you walk him through it. By this point, you've got the ocarina, and that's not something you're necessarily going to do. Whereas if you've beat the first two dungeons, you've probably opened the big chest in the first one. That makes sense?
Barely, but I'll take your word for it. Alright, so what does reading this do? Not... well... oh, Moon Pearl?
Right, so the original idea is that I was going to make the Moon Pearl something that you could theoretically miss, but you had the Book of Medora, so there you go.
Interesting. No. Worm, please! Have mercy.
Bob's fiercest enemy. A fake snake. Out for blood.
I'm always low on health.
The trait of Bob. Just... That's the one defining thing.
Always low on health. Always living on the edge. Gonna need to find a boss key for that. Fuck, I'm already tired.
Wow. I mean, I guess it is 1:45 here, so...
It's very, very much very early in the day here.
Oh, and I know that much, it's just, you know, it was 10 o'clock earlier, and, well... yeah.
I should probably grab like a soda or something, keep myself awake. Because by golly gosh, it's not gonna be good to have like an hour-long stream. Even though technically nobody's here, but still, I'm gonna put on a show anyway. Maybe get some clips out of it.
Apologies in advance for any that I ruin.
You've created some, my dear boy. Wait, what? Okay, I have a key. Where does that key go? Fuck.
Nope.
Nope.
I would say take a look to the northwest of this big room.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Tiles, please. Oh, you actually have to slash these out, don't you?
Yep.
Not good.
Please tell me you didn't dead.
Very much dead.
Damn it, Bob! Out of interest, how many Rupos did I actually make? Now I'm curious.
Oh, God, no. Too damn tired, man. I think I'm gonna end it there for today.
Think so?
Yeah, do think so. I will continue this off stream on my own, and I'll finish this off stream because I did want to make this the last Link to the Past randomizer. I don't think too many people ended up being interested in this. Sad as that may be. And I do like to play stuff that people are, for the most part, hyped for. Although also, there's also the thing to consider where I'm going like off schedule. And of course that always screws people up.
I can imagine so, yeah.
So I gotta keep that in mind as well. But anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll see anybody who does watch next time. Later, everybody.
Later, people.